Solubility. The maximum amount of the solute in grams required to prepare a saturated solution in a fixed amount of solvent at a given temperature is called solubility of that solute. The solubility of solids increases and the gases decreases with the increase in temperature. For example, cold water contains more amount of oxygen as compared to hot water. That is why aquatic animals feel happy in cold water. Whereas in case of sugar, if a saturated solution of sugar is heated, more sugar can be added to it. Solubility of gases in liquids is also affected by change in pressure. As the pressure increases, the amount of gas that can be dissolved in a liquid is also increased. For example, a cold drink fizzes out of the bottle when opened because the solubility of carbon dioxide decreases due to decrease in pressure. Different solutes have varying solubilities in the same solvent at a particular temperature. For example, the amount of common salt that can be dissolved in 100 ml of water is not equal to the amount of copper sulfate or sugar that can be dissolved in 100 ml of water.
Children, now we will listen to the differences between physical and chemical changes. In class 7 and 8, we have already learned what are physical changes and what are chemical changes, and you also have learned certain differences. Let us revise them. In a physical change, the physical property of an object changes. Physical properties include color, it may include shape, it may include size. Whereas in a chemical change, the chemical properties of the object changes, that is, chemically the substance becomes different. Second is, it is a reversible change. Reversible means it can be reversed again to get the original substances back. Whereas in case of chemical changes, they are irreversible changes, because after the new substance has been formed, we cannot reverse the reaction and we cannot get back the original substances. The third property is difference is, it's a temporary change. Temporary means temporarily the substances, the reactants change into the products and then they can be reversed and we can get back the original substances. Here, in case of chemical changes, it is a permanent change. Once the new substance has been formed, the previous substances cannot be obtained. Next is, no new substance is formed. Just now we have discussed the same thing. Here, new substances are formed. Next point, heat energy is not evolved. Evolved means released or produced. Okay. Heat energy is not evolved in case of physical changes, because only the physical state is being changed. That is why no heat energy will be evolved. Whereas in case of a chemical change, mostly heat energy is evolved. Next point, constituents retain their original properties. Constituents means the substances which were used to bring the change. They will be having their own properties and the properties will remain same. And in case of a chemical change, new substance is formed, so the constituents acquire totally new properties. They are different from the properties of the reactants. Then next point is, generally mixtures are formed. We know how mixtures are formed, we have learnt in the chapter. So mixtures are formed only in physical changes. When physical changes takes place, generally mixtures are formed, whereas formation of compounds and elements takes place when there is a chemical change. We know how compounds and elements are actually freely available. They are available as it is, but compounds are formed and due to the chemical changes which are taking place in between the elements. Then next, energy change is very small or negligible. मतलब कि एनर्जी इसमें चेंज, एनर्जी का जो चेंज है दैट इज वेरी वेरी small, or sometimes no energy change is there, it is the same. Whereas in case of a chemical change, either energy is absorbed or it is released. When the chemical change takes place, sometimes the energy is absorbed and sometimes energy is released.